Bruce Willis's family has announced he has a form of dementia that's not well known to most people. Joe Hickman reports on the incurable disease and its symptoms.
When Susan and Gary Gilmore of Mount Vernon heard that 67-year-old actor Bruce Willis had been diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia, or FTD, so named because it affects the frontal and temporal lobes of the brain, they were some of the few people who knew what the debilitating disease was, because Susan, a third-grade teacher for over 20 years, has the same illness.
We have noticed an increasing gap of waiting on the word. We joke we play password a lot.
Dementia is that umbrella term for any physiological disease that changes cognition or memory. Alzheimer's is the most common at 60 to 80%, and frontotemporal dementia is one of the more rarer forms. So when someone like Bruce Willis comes forward, we really applaud that.
The wide-ranging symptoms can include changes in personality and behavior, problems speaking, understanding, reading, and writing, and a decline in motor skills affecting the ability to get around.
I feel like I'm just, myself.
Susan, a mother of 3, doesn't have all these problems yet, but the disease is progressive.
At some point, when a portion of our brain atrophies, it would move over and touch its neighbor.
It eventually kind of creates a domino effect in the brain, and then that's why you see it starts affecting other bodily systems as well.
One of the most touching moments we had is I asked how she was doing, and she said, "I just want to stay me."
And also, with memory loss that comes with aging, you're probably able to remember that word you were trying to think of later. Often with Alzheimer's or other forms of dementia, that word just never comes back to you.
This form of dementia can start earlier, at the age of 45 to 64 years old. And while it's important to get diagnosed early to manage the illness,
there are sometimes medications that can treat symptoms.
The survival rate is usually just 6 to 8 years.
It prompts some very difficult discussions. Nobody likes to think of that, but when you see your loved one changing in small ways each and every day, the worst thing we can do is not think of that and prepare.
Reporting for KY3, I'm Joe Hickman.